Question on Twitter asking, how do we know when the true Messianic Kingdom arrives? Uh, this was in response because I had mentioned that the Heilige Originer, Rabbi Yisrael Friedman, the founder of the Originer dynasty, who's a great grandson of the Maggid of Mezrich, said that before the Messiah comes, there very well may be a false temple that will be serving as a test. Along those lines, there's also the concept of the somewhat of an antichrist figure within the Jewish tradition, coming from Rome, and his name would be Armilus of Russia, Armilus the Wicked. So we have a lot of similar traditions that some of our neighbors teach as well in their eschatology. With that being said, how do we know when the real Messiah comes? Just like Lahavdil, many of our neighbors of other religions are saying that, well, when the Jewish Messiah comes, that's what they call the Antichrist. But the thing is again, the Jewish tradition says that the Antichrist would come from Rome, all kinds of different things like that. And again, his name would be Armilus. So how do we balance these different ideas? How do we know when the real Mashiach comes? And the answer is quite simple. The Rambam says, Satmar Rav will often bring this down, that the greatest sign that Mashiach is here is that every human heart will be transformed. The Bible tells us in Isaiah and other places that when the Messiah comes, all will know God, from the least of them to the greatest of them, and the knowledge of the Lord will cover the earth as the waters cover the seas. What this means, and also it says in the Torah that God will circumcise the heart, remove the heart of stone, and replace with a heart of flesh. And this is ultimately the sign that we're looking for, is that when the real Mashiach comes, there'll be a fundamental change in every human heart. There won't be any need for anyone to go preach religion or anything to anybody else. And the coming of the Messiah isn't the victory of one religion over another. Everyone thinks within their own religious tradition that that's what it's all about. That's what the eschatology is about. That the Jews believe that the coming of the Messiah means that we won and all the other religions are false, and the Christians believe that means that they won and all the other religions are false. Hello. And the Muslims would believe that they won and all the other religions are false. But that's not the point. Hello. The point is not that this one's right and that one's wrong. The point is that we come to the knowledge of God. And this is the universal knowledge of God. That the knowledge of God covers the earth as the waters cover the seas. Hello, thank you for watching. And so with that being said, that's the ultimate sign that the Messiah comes. Not that if people get together and build a temple and gather the exiles and all these things artificially through political or military means. That's not what we're waiting for. Generally, it's understood that the temple is in heaven and will come down from heaven, already built. Not that we have to build it. But rather, so the coming of the Messiah will be when every human heart is turned toward God, and that's what it means. And that's the ultimate sign. That's the biggest sign, of course, that there'll be a Messiah from the house of David, a direct male descendant from King Solomon, things like that. Thank you for watching. But beyond that is just the fact that, all those things could be artificially done, but the only way to have the true knowledge that the Messiah is here is that every human heart is transformed. So if anybody has a doubt that the Messiah is here, it means he's not here. Meaning, this is a big difference between Judaism and Christianity. Christians will tell you, right, salvation comes in belief in the Messiah. Nowhere in books that Protestants call the Old Testament does it say that you must believe in the Messiah. It doesn't say that anywhere in the Hebrew Bible. With Protestants called the Old Testament because the Catholic Old Testament is a little bit bigger. So then what? Why doesn't it say that? The reason is just the same reason it doesn't say in Leviticus you should believe the sky is blue, you should believe water is wet. When the Messiah comes, everyone's going to know it. Nobody's going to need to teach anybody. Nobody's going to need to missionize anybody. Nobody's going to need to force anybody. Shalom. Thank you for watching. And that is the greatest sign. And so all these things, wars and this and that, it's a sign the Messiah is not here yet. But when the true Messiah comes, there's going to be universal peace. That's without any doubt, without any qualms. So that's it. Oh, very good. Well, it's good to see you. So that's the ultimate sign. That's what we're looking forward to. All right. It's good to see you, and thank you. Hope all is well with you. It's very late. I want to go to bed. I just when the Messiah comes, it will be evident as the sky is blue. That's right. That's it. All right. I'm going to give another, say, until it's 6:05 the time. It's good to see you, Mime. Thank you for all your support. We really appreciate everything you've been doing and all the help you've given us, and that we've been able to help others also with your help. So thank you for making us good shluchim for everything we're doing. All right. So I'm going to give it to when it says 6:45. If there's any other questions or comments, and then we can end the live stream here. If there's any other questions or comments, we can continue. All right. Well, God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment, and tell your friends. And we hope to see you again real soon. All right. God bless.